Hi friends, this lesson is for Module 6, Lesson 1. Okay, I have a riddle for you. Are you ready? What has a face and two hands but no legs? Did you guess it? A clock. Man, I'm hilarious today. Why am I starting this video with a riddle, I bet you're wondering? Well, that's because when you're told a riddle, you have to stop and think and really think about what answer you're looking for because it's an unknown answer. And that's exactly what we're doing today for our math lesson. Our learning goal says, I can find the difference of an unknown, just like with a riddle. Today we're going to get a whole bunch of information and we really have to figure out what we're looking for so that we can find our good answer. Okay, so here we go. Krabby's going to help us out. Now Krabby's having a party and he had to go ahead and write his friends some letters. He needs to make 12 letters altogether. He's been busy and this week he's finished 8, but he has to figure out how many more letters he needs to write this weekend. So as Krabby was telling me, I said, okay, you have 8 and you need to get to 12. So I don't know yet, but I got to figure it out. And I thought I would organize my good information. Friends, do you see what tool I'm helping myself to use with organizing? You're right, a tape diagram. Oh, you're so smart. See how I have my two parts and when you add them together, I'm going to get the whole amount for 12. Okay, so now I have my fancy tape diagram. I'm going to go ahead and figure out how many more letters Krabby needs to write. If I wanted to, I could write a number sentence and it could look like this. 8 plus something is going to equal 12. I love to add. I'd rather add than subtract. You could subtract, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But Miss Arwood is a huge fan of addition. So I'm going to start by counting on. I'm going to say 8, and then I'm going to draw letters until I get to 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Stop. Okay, how many letters did I draw in that second part? Yeah, you're right, 4. So 8 plus 4 equals 12. That means Krabby needs to write 4 more letters. Like I told you, you could subtract. You could say 12 minus 8 equals, because 12 is the whole amount and 8 was one of the parts. If you're going to do that, you can count backwards on your counting sticks. You can say 12 and then count back 8. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Perfecto. Either way, addition or subtraction, if you know the parts in the whole amount, you can figure out that Krabby needs to write 4 more letters. Now the thing is, we are pushing it to second grade. So in the beginning of the year and in the middle of the year, we had to draw out each part of each number sentence. But we're getting to the point where we actually know the numbers and how much they're worth. So I'm going to show you how to do the tape diagram without having to draw a picture every single time. We're going to do the exact same problem. So here's Krabby. Krabby wrote his 12 letters, and then he needs to write 12 letters, and he already did 8. Do you see how I didn't write 8 little dots anymore, or 8 letters? I just drew the number 8. I know that 8 is worth 8, so that's just fine. I still don't know how many more he's going to need until he gets to 12. That's my unknown. But see how I built my beautiful tape diagram to keep me organized? All right, now I can just write my number sentence. 8 plus something equals 12. I'm going to go ahead and count on my counting sticks, or actually I could probably just do it in my head, up to 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey, I got 4 again. That's perfect. Also, if you'd prefer subtraction, you could do 12 minus 8. And if you count back, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, I got 4 again. Man, oh man, I'm rocking and rolling. Because either way, if I draw a picture or if I just do numbers, I still found out that Krabby needs to write 4 more letters. So you can do either. Miss Arwood personally likes to do a mixaroo. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a few problems. Okay, this is where it becomes more of like a riddle today. Today we're going to do a lot of comparing where there's going to be 2 people. Someone has a bigger amount, someone has a smaller amount, and we're going to have to figure out by looking at both amounts how many more or how many less somebody has. So for example, I'm going to use all the same numbers to show you, but Krabby has 12 letters, totally done now. Zappy needs to write letters too, but he only has 8. So I want to figure out how many more letters Zappy needs to write so that he has the same amount as Krabby. Now, if I use my tape diagram for Krabby and my tape diagram for Zappy, and I put them right next to each other, one stacked on top of them, I can see all of the things that they have in common. I could just go zoop and look at. See how those 8 that Krabby have are the exact same 8 that Zappy have? Can you clearly see how many more Zappy needs? Yeah, look over on the side. He's going to need all of the ones that would fill up the box. Now this is an example of drawing a picture sometimes is what you would like to do. Maybe you want to draw 8 out for Krabby and 8 out for Zappy so you can see how many more are left over. But I know I can count on now. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, my row for Zappy is now as full as the row for Krabby. That's perfect, because then now I can see that Zappy needs 4 more, so he needs to write 4 more letters. All right, let's practice one more before we get into practicing it with you. All right, here's my friend Twisty. Now, Twisty needs 11 pineapples for his party tomorrow night. Pineapples are delicious after all. So far, Twisty's purchased 5 pineapples, but he needs to get some more. This is where I'm going to show you my little mixaroo of a drawing and just the numbers for a tape diagram. See how I just wrote 11 and then 5 is one of the parts. I'm going to need to add up. 5 plus something is going to equal 11. Now, I don't know what that something is yet, and Miss Arwood's not super comfortable with going all just in my head just yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 5, and I'm going to count up and draw a picture of the piece that I'm counting up. I don't really need to draw 5. I know he already has 5. I'm just going to draw a picture counting up. So watch. I'll say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Stop. Now, this is a mixaroo, friends, because for some of them, I just wrote the numbers. And for the part that I was adding on, that's where I drew the picture. So that's kind of what I want you to work on today. If you feel super comfortable, you can just go all numbers in your tape diagram. But if not, I recommend counting on or subtracting back using your good pictures. So now I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He needs to get 6 more pineapples. All right, I can add that into my number sentence. 5 plus 6 equals 11. Like I said before, I could subtract 11 minus 5, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And then my good statement would be that Twisty needs to buy 6 more pineapples. Okay, friend, it's your turn. You need to get your dry erase board and a marker because we're going to practice some of these together. You can also do this in your math journal. Press pause while you go get that good materials and then press play when you're ready. All set? Okay, here we go, friends. Shiny and Flippy bought strawberries. Flippy bought 13 strawberries and Shiny bought 7. How many more strawberries did Flippy buy? Okay, since there's 2 people in here and we're comparing their numbers, we're going to be stacking our tape diagrams right above one another. First, we're going to start with the one who has the most. Flippy bought 13 strawberries. I'm going to go ahead and draw a picture of Flippy with those 13 strawberries. All right. Go ahead and make sure that your picture matches mine. Of course, you can write the letter F. You don't have to draw a dolphin because that would be wasting our good time. And you can go ahead and do circles in your box. Press pause while you do that and press play when you're done. Ready? Okay, so Flippy had 13 strawberries and now Shiny bought 7. What I want you to do is right underneath it, do 7 and try to have your 7 line up exactly with Flippy's. Perfecto. Ready? Okay, good. Now all I need to do, it says how many more strawberries did Flippy buy? Well, I'm comparing them, so I want to know how many more. So I just need to look up and see how many more does Flippy have that Shiny doesn't have. Well, I can see it's 7, 8, or 7 plus something equals 13. I'm going to go ahead, and since that next part is my unknown, I'm just going to count on until they match with Flippy's. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Friends, how many more strawberries did Flippy buy? You're right, 6. Good job. All right, go ahead and erase your board. We're going to try it again. Here we go. Katie and Ben saw a lot of fish at the aquarium. Katie saw 15 fish. Ben saw 5 fish. How many more fish did Katie see? This time, I'm going to go ahead and do it exactly how you should do it as well, with labels. Well, you know Miss Howard is not good at labels, but I'm going to really push myself. I'm going to use labels, and then I'm going to do a mixaroo, where I'm going to do lots of numbers and only draw the part that I'm missing. Ready? Here we go. It says Katie saw 15 fish. So first I'm going to start with my label. Friend, what label should I use? Oh, good, thanks. Yeah, K. I'm going to go ahead and do K, and I'm going to draw a box for my whole amount for Katie, and I'm just going to write 15 in that box. Can you go ahead and do the same so that your picture looks like mine? Perfecto. Okay, so now it says Ben saw 5 fish. So I'm going to write a B for Ben, and right underneath that, and actually I'm just going to connect it to the bottom because that's going to be a part of the 15, that Ben saw 5. Now the other part I don't know. So if your picture does not look like mine at this point, can you press pause, match it up exactly, and then press play again? Okay, perfect. Here we go. So Ben has 5 and Katie has 15. I want to know how many more fish Katie saw. So my number sentence would look like this. 5 plus something equals 15.
Please pardon the interruption. Ms. McCormack.
Sorry about that, friends. Okay, can you go ahead and press pause, try to figure out the good answer, and then press play to check yourself? Are you ready? You found your answer? Did you find your answer? Press pause till you find your answer. Okay, here we go. So I hope that you tried to draw a picture in that part that was missing. I did. I said 5, and then I drew up until I got to 15. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stop. Now all I had to do was count my fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the unknown was 10. 5 plus 10 equals 15. So when it says how many more fish did Katie see? Katie saw 10 more fish. Okay, friends, I'm going to have you try this one all by yourself. Uh-oh. Actually, it looks like I left in part, so I'm going to go ahead and press. Okay, whoops-a-daisy, friends. Sorry, I made a little mistake. I had to go back and fix it. Okay, our learning goal says I can find the difference of an unknown. Friends, it's your turn. You're going to try it all by yourself. Good luck, because these are very tricky. Here's the problem. It says, Mrs. Evans bought 12 new sunglasses. Miss Arwood bought 5 new sunglasses. How many more sunglasses did Mrs. Evans buy than Miss Arwood? I'm going to read it one more time. Mrs. Evans bought 12 new sunglasses. Miss Arwood bought 5 new sunglasses. How many more sunglasses did Mrs. Evans buy than Miss Arwood? Okay, friends, what I would like you to do is I want you to go ahead and draw a tape diagram for Mrs. Evans and Miss Arwood's to compare them, just like we did with the other ones. You need to stack them on top of one another so you can find the difference by comparing them. All right, good luck. You need to find how many more sunglasses Mrs. Evans bought. Remember, she had 12 and I only had 5. Good luck, friends.